Definitely, Murang'a greatest disease burden is in what we call non-communicable diseases, that is diabetes, high blood pressure, and such. And that has something to do with the lifestyle and also the kind of food that we eat. And definitely, the interventions are many. Number one, we have instituted what we call community health volunteer scheme. We did fresh recruitment, and soon we shall be teaching them on how to do some intervention on matters non-communicable diseases. Secondly, provision of drugs at the level 1, level 2, level 3 aspects to ensure those who have chronic diseases can easily get those drugs. The other intervention definitely is in the area of public education. You try to alter behavioral choices so that you prevent diseases as opposed to intervening at the curative stage. But most importantly also is to try to ensure various hospitals and entities, they get cash transfers from our treasury early so that they can plan in advance. Before we came into government, everything was reposing at the county headquarters. If you wanted fuel, let's say there's a place called Kang'ata. Kang'ata is in Kegumo, almost in the forest. So if you are a health center there, you needed to go all the way 80, 100 kilometers to Murang'a town to refuel. So we tried to devolve some of those small issues, and that way you increase efficiencies when it's come to purchase of key drugs, so that you improve efficiencies as opposed to centralizing everything. And we hope those interventions will go a long way towards alleviating some of the problems our people are having currently in Murang'a County.
That's interesting. If people are feeling such, I mean, they have to travel to come and feel.
Incidentally, by the way, the justification that was given, and I think Mr. Kajwang can help us, the reason that was given by the previous regime was somehow based in law, which is, according to Public Finance Management Act, every coin of the government, whether own source revenue or whatever, must be domiciled in a single account called county revenue account. And so in short, you collect all the money, you sweep them into CRF, and then you requisition. You requisition meaning your county chief officer of finance does some requisition to Nairobi to control budget, so that now you can get the money and you send it back. So that then meant all the money our hospitals were collecting, they will be swept into that account, and then the process of requisition, which goes all the way to control budget. Because there's one of the cardinal things you can do as a governor or even any entity in government is to spend at source. That generally is unfair in a way when it comes to matters health. The reason being, even an ambulance, you'll be told to go and fuel in Murang'a town, or you wait for the requisition to be done all the way to Nairobi. So there are two ways to circumvent that problem. Number one, you can establish a county legislation that allows certain sectors to spend at source. Yeah, but some people have argued a county legislation that is in conflict with public finance management law is illegal. Yeah, so there's that. It's a gray area. There's a huge discussion along that issue. Secondly, there is what you can do is to do advance requisitioning. Yeah, you tell your guys to give you requisition well in advance. You requisition even before there may be certain deadlines come in, so that when they require the money, you're able to wire it well in advance, to avoid a situation where they have to come all the way to Murang'a to seek fueling of ambulances, which is a life and death choice.